Your country 1039 KGRT. That's Frankie Ballard, Sunshine, and Whiskey. And of course, a little bit too much of either of those is going to get you in trouble, right?
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And by the way, if you haven't been there lately on these nice warm mornings, got to check it out. It's so much fun. By the way, our question of the day today has to do with the fact that today is National Egg Day. You know, lots of things that you can do with eggs. And before you think I'm going to ask you, like, what's your favorite egg dish? No. Not going to go that direction, because we all know how expensive eggs are these days. In fact, wasn't it just a few months ago they were having like an egg black market? People like actually trying to smuggle eggs in from Mexico. I think that was a real problem up by San Diego and Tijuana up there. But yeah, they're just getting really, really expensive right now. I can't even remember, because, you know, there are certain things that you're going to buy, and you're going to buy no matter what they cost. So, you know, it still doesn't hurt just a little bit, which brings us to our question of the day today. When you've been doing and the short answer for this, I know, is everything, right? Well, let's get to one that kind of, you know, took you off guard a little bit. But when you were doing your shopping, or just in everyday stuff when you're doing things, what else is surprisingly expensive these days? What's the last thing that kind of caught you off guard, going like off guard? Could be off guard. Gourds are expensive too. No. What's the last thing that caught you off guard that was like, wow, it's that much? Yeah. I can be honest with you. The last time that caught me, because I recently went on vacation, a couple of road trips, went up for the beef jerky. Man, my favorite beef jerky, the one that I used to buy like all the time, it's like almost doubled in price. And I had to get the smaller container. I was a little bit perturbed at that one. But yeah, that's the last thing that actually caught me by surprise when I was out in the past few weeks. So what about you? You know, eggs are expensive. Food in general, everything's up with inflation. But what is the last thing, or what else is surprisingly expensive for you these days? What caught you off guard with this price? That is our question of the day today. Go ahead and let me know your answers. 575-523. KGRT is the number. That's 575-523-5478. You can call those in. You can text those in. Of course, we are live on our social media pages as well. So, yeah, go ahead and leave those comments as well for our question of the day. Just got a text message. It said, any car part, which is actually pretty true. A friend of mine was actually replacing a part on his car this weekend. Actually took him a while because he was just trying to find a decent price for that. Mom chimed in. Ice. She says ice is one of those things. Yeah, especially on these hot summer days. There we go. We are exclusively up on our social media pages now. So, yeah, on these hot summer days, you want to get some ice to help cool you down, you know, for those beverages, or maybe a cookout or something like that. Ice is, you know, frozen water. Why is it so expensive? It's a good one right there. Good job. And once again, yeah, car parts, you know, especially the smaller ones. When you get like these smaller parts that you need to replace, no, those are getting really, really expensive. Don't even get started. I know, as the guy that sent that message as a mechanic, don't even get started on some of the larger parts that you've really got to get in there. And depending on which vehicle you're getting to, some of those. And I know that one just because I like old cars. I don't like a lot of new cars. I'm an old car person. The car I'm driving right now is my daily driver. Is like almost, wow. It's almost 35 years old. I think I moved here in 95, and then that car was produced the next year or so. Yeah. But the thing with old cars is you've got old parts. Get parts kind of hard to find. Those are always going to be expensive. But just in general with new cars, even car parts are really expensive. So that's a good one there. But what else is surprisingly expensive these days? When was the last time maybe you went shopping? Maybe you went just out somewhere, grabbed something to eat, traveling around or something, and something just caught you off guard that's, wow, that is really expensive. Even in daily life, maybe you did just get a new car. Maybe you were looking at some new insurance prices, something like that, anything, because everything, I know the short answer on this question is everything is catching me off guard on how expensive it is. But even if you went out for to go to dinner, fast food, anything like that, something like those catch you off guard, go ahead and let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, leave your comments down below right here since we are live on YouTube, X, and Facebook as well. Let's take a look at what's going on in and around the world. You may have heard about this kind of big news over the weekend. Jennifer Lopez was out on her summer tour, but she is no longer. Because of her marital status issues with Ben Affleck, the This Is Me live tour was set to start in June, but actually has been called off. Lopez plans to focus on family and close friends, so she is not going to be touring this summer. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds have nicknamed their fourth child Obi. And before you're going like, oh no, a Star Wars thing, nope. This is actually in reference to a character from Blake's show, Gossip Girl. And the Gossip Girl fans know what they're talking about there. Let's see. Larry Brown Sports says that competitive eater Joey Chestnut recently impressed fans at a Toledo, Ohio baseball game by eating 4 pints of ice cream in under 1 minute. Joey, you must have, I don't know, because just thinking about that, I'm getting the ice cream headache right off the bat right there. So that's just unbelievable. And a quick look at our box office over this past weekend. Looks like Garfield movie is number 1, made about 14 mil. If is number 2. Furiosa Mad Max Saga is number 3. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is number 4. And Fall Guys still hanging in there in the 5th position right there. Man, I'm trying to encourage everybody to go out and get to the theaters, watch some more movies, because air conditioning and popcorn, kind of hard to beat, really. So once again, we ask the question today in honor of National Egg Day. We all know that eggs, man, it's getting a little bit crazy with how expensive eggs are getting. I mentioned a couple of months ago, I believe that there was even a problem with people trying to smuggle in eggs from Mexico. So what else is surprisingly expensive these days? Is it something that you got a little sticker shock from just doing some regular grocery shopping? Were you out and about maybe grabbing something to eat? What is it that is surprisingly expensive these days? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day.